But first, the nation's highway administrator is in Rhode Island taking a first-hand look at the Washington Bridge, which we're taking a live look at right now, and said today if they need to replace it, it could take 1 to 2 years. He was on a tour today in the work zones as the bridge breakdown gets closer to entering its third month. And 12 News reporter Sheena Losciuto is on the scene for us live tonight. And Sheena, they were not allowed on the bridge, but there was quite the group of officials gathered in one place.
Exactly, and that really speaks to just how many people are invested and impacted by the Washington Bridge closure. And leaders in D.C. say they want Rhode Islanders to know that people at a federal level are watching this closely.
After getting a first-hand look at the Washington Bridge themselves, state, local, and federal leaders walked down the Gano Street off-ramp to give us an update.
Got a great briefing. Secretary Buttigieg has been in regular contact with the delegation.
Included in the group, the National Highway Administrator Shailen Bhatt. He was sworn in by U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg at the end of 2022.
As a federal highway administrator, we had closures in Pennsylvania and California, and my message to the people of Rhode Island is whether it's federal, state, or local resources, we've got everybody aligned here to get this bridge repaired or replaced as quickly as possible.
Bhatt is in Providence because there's a chance the westbound side of the Washington Bridge has to be torn down and rebuilt, something that he says would likely take a year or two to complete if state leaders decide that's what's necessary.
When bridges close, communities really feel the impact. And I know the mayors of Providence and East Providence, they're the citizens and the constituents who live there, I'm sure, are feeling all of the overflow traffic that is going through streets. It happened in Philadelphia when 995 was closed, in LA when the 405 was closed. And so our hearts go out to the people who are really bearing the impacts of this.
And Bhatt says he really wants national bridge experts to work with RIDOT on this. But again, there is still no clear timeline or plan on what happens from here. It is worth noting that Director Peter Alviti today was not answering any questions. Reporting live in East Providence tonight, I'm Sheena Losciuto, 12 News.
First tonight, we've now got an idea of how long it would take to replace the Washington Bridge if that's what engineers say needs to happen. The Federal Highway Administrator gave his estimate after touring the bridge today, and it's a lot longer than 3 months. Meantime, we've got our first evening commute since RIDOT moved the lane merge on 195 West. RIDOT says more traffic changes are planned over the next, quote, several months. And 12 News reporter Sheena Losciuto joins us now live from East Providence with what else the Highway Administrator had to say today. Sheena?
Well, this federal visit was actually requested by the state of Rhode Island, and everyone, all the officials, were actually on the Washington Bridge today taking a first-hand look. Meanwhile, those conversations continue about what they should do next.
In a few days, the Washington Bridge breakdown enters its third month as crews continue their investigation into the foundation beneath the lanes that once connected Rhode Islanders. Local, state, and federal leaders going up the closed Gano Street off-ramp today to take a first-hand look. Skydrone 12 showing us a view from above.
We're going to fix the bridge, and we're going to do it right, and we're going to continue to keep people safe.
Including the nation's Federal Highway Administrator Shailen Bhatt.
We've been tracking this pretty closely as it has evolved from a rehab and repair to a potential replacement.
His goal today to come to Providence in person and get eyes on the situation, adding that U.S. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg is in constant contact with Rhode Island's delegation, who also joined Bhatt today on a tour of the Washington Bridge.
Firsthand, we want to get our national bridge experts working with the RIDOT folks. If it is a replacement, what are the best possible options?
If it comes down to a rebuild, Bhatt says he would expect work to take 1 to 2 years. But local leaders say it's still too soon to make that call or give a timeline, emphasizing that a forensic investigation into the infrastructure continues.
And it is worth noting tonight that RIDOT Director Peter Alviti was also at that press conference today, but did not take any questions. Reporting live in East Providence tonight, I'm Sheena Losciuto, 12 News.